Hi, folks. I'm Sam CHANDAN, the Silverstein Chair and Dean of the Schack Institute of Real Estate at the NYU School of Professional Studies. I just want to take a moment before I pass this along to the chairs and planning committee members and organizers of this event. First, to thank you all for attending. This is a really unique program for us. Everything that you're going to participate in today has been organized by and for emerging women professionals and our students. And that is very, very special. We have so much amazing programming by Crew, WX, so many wonderful organizations in the real estate industry. We're extraordinarily proud to be the hosts of the National Women in Real Estate Symposium, as well at the Schack Institute. This program is really unique and special for us, as are all of these others. This one in particular, because it is giving emerging women professionals, early career professionals, a chance to really put together an amazing program and to meet and build their network in a way that's a little bit different from some of the other things that we see. I really just want to express how grateful I am to everyone who is again involved in putting this program together, who's joining us today. I'm so proud of the students and alums and of our program, all of the women involved in Girl Gang. To be able to participate in a program like this, I really feel like I'm the luckiest dean in the world, and there is nowhere else I'd rather be than here with you today. Do keep your fingers crossed. It's been 2 years now, or almost 2 years, since Schack has had an in-person event. The in-person events for which we are so very, very well known. It is so fitting that, again, keep your fingers crossed. Our first in-person event since 2019 will be the National Symposium of Women in Real Estate this October. I'm working with Darcy Stakem and others to settle on a date and a venue. Waiting for some of the guidance from the state and others on what we are and are not allowed to do. But what a fitting kickoff to the resumption of our being able to gather together as a community in person than the fourth National Wire Symposium. So for now, save the first 2 weeks of October. And once we have a better idea of what the date is, we will absolutely let you know. Take advantage of today's program. For part of it, you're going to be in listen mode, but a big part of this is the small group breakouts and the other sessions that are really, really designed to make sure that early career women in the real estate industry have a chance to build new connections, make new friendships, expand their network, take advantage of all of that. I've said too much already. Let me pass it off to my great friend and an alum of the program, Gabby RECHLER.
I am so excited to be here today and welcome, as the dean said, to the Schack's first ever Emerging Women Leaders Forum. And I think the best part about this is that it really was created for and by young women professionals, many of whom are just getting their start in the industry. And as the dean mentioned, I am a recent alum of Schack's grad program. I am the first Hirsch Fellows program. So it has been an honor to really be part of so many different and exciting initiatives started by Schack. And as Schack hosts many events throughout the year, for the Women's Real Estate Society hosts thousands upon thousands of different activities, events, networking activities that haven't always been able to be continued because of COVID. But what's really exciting, as the dean mentioned, is that the first major in-person event since November 2019 will be the National Symposium of Women in Real Estate. So us women have to be really proud of what we've accomplished. And this afternoon, just really take advantage of the panels, and they'll include career and finance investment, navigating the job market, introductions to industry associations, and you can learn about so many ways to get involved. There'll be breakouts based on a career interest, so we'll meet in smaller groups, and don't be shy to not ask questions or not raise your hand. We're all here to help each other, and I hope that you gain confidence and happiness and success throughout this program. All right, have a great afternoon.
Thanks very much, Gabby. And I think next we're delighted to introduce the CEO of Crew National, Wendy Mann.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the invitation to be part of this important first forum for emerging leaders through the Schack Institute. I am just so honored to be with you today and share everything that I know that will be helpful to you and hopefully be able to inspire you a little bit. So I am the CEO of the Commercial Real Estate Women's Network, and I have been here as the CEO for about 4 years now. Prior to that, I was with NAIOP. Some of you may recognize NAIOP as an organization as well. But let me just take a minute to share with you the Crew Network is we have about 12,000 members globally. We are predominantly in North America, in the US and Canada. We have 78 chapters in local markets around North America. And our first global affiliate was launched in the UK in April of 2017 and is growing and blossoming. We currently have global expansion beginning in Paris as well as in Sydney, Australia. And we do have a substantial group of women who have joined with us in India. So we are on the move. And what that means for all of you is that this network will become more robust and more of an opportunity for you to be part of a global network of women working in commercial real estate. The other thing I would say is there are 4 primary pillars of our organization. We were started first and foremost as a business networking organization, meaning women wanted to have a place where they could give business to one another and get business from one another. So we have very robust digital platform of networking and open forum where people can across the country can say, hey, I'm looking for this in this city, or I need a person to do due diligence in that city. And they're constantly all day long talking about that. So that business networking is really important to us, bringing women together to support deals in business. The second pillar is our leadership development. Because our mission is to advance women in commercial real estate, we want women to have the leadership skills they need for those opportunities when they arise. So we do a lot of leadership skills development. In addition to that, our third pillar is our research. We are the only group that's benchmarking women's status in the industry. And then fourth, of course, are our career programs, which help fuel the talent pipeline in commercial real estate, bringing more young women in. And those programs happen in both high school as well as at the university level. If you're not familiar, I would encourage you to seek out our UCrew program, which is specifically designed for women in commercial real estate undergrad and grad programs to help you make that transition from the education academic area into full-time work. And what it does is it teaches you things that we're going to talk a little bit about today, which are the importance of networking, preparing your resume, interviewing skills, things like that. So if you haven't heard of Crew New York, we exist in New York City, and I encourage you to reach out and check out their UCrew program. Now, I want to talk a little bit about being a woman and being in commercial real estate. You know, it's predominantly been an older white male dominated, but we are seeing change. In our benchmark study this year, we had noted there were 37% of the professionals in commercial real estate are women. That statistic has not risen significantly in the last 15 years. So we're hopeful that your generation and those of you coming into the business will help create that next level and boost us up. When I was a young woman coming out of college, and I know many of you are on the brink of that transition, I actually I grew up in a small rural town in Pennsylvania. I went to school in New York near Buffalo, and I moved to Washington, D.C. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any connections. Daddy wasn't able to put me in touch with anybody. And I was a little lost. And I remember one day when I was walking after yet another interview, I was walking down to the subway to the platform, and I'm standing there on the platform, just feeling really dejected. Like, what am I going to do? I don't have a job. I don't know anybody. I've got to start paying rent. And I'll never forget that moment. The train pulled up, the conductor rolled down or put down the window, and he looked at me and he goes, honey, if it's that bad, you ought to just go back home. And I thought it just really struck me as it brightened my day. And I thought, no, I am not going back to rural Pennsylvania. I'm going to make my life here in DC. And what it dawned on me at that time was that I needed people, right? I couldn't do this on my own, but I had no network. I had no friends. I literally knew no one in the city. But it really, it strikes me now as, 30 years, 35 years into my career, that if I had had people then, if I had had a network, if I had had some colleagues and peers, or at least some contacts that I could start building that, how important that would be. So I encourage you, one of the very important things that you'll do from here on out in your career, you're always going to be what I like to call a collector of people. You are going to find people and build those relationships. And I think the really important things that you need to do, number one, I think you probably know this because you're so smart and talented, but number one is knowledge is power. And I encourage you to approach everything that you're doing with curiosity. Curiosity is going to help propel you forward. Always be curious about the people you meet. Always be curious about the things you're doing, the jobs they're doing, even if you think it's something you don't want to do or you don't care about. Asking questions and gaining knowledge is going to be an asset to you, no matter where you are. And what that does for the people you meet is it helps them, it makes them realize, oh, this person's interested in what I care about. So whether you care about it or not, be that curious person that wants to know more about everything and build that knowledge, because that knowledge becomes power. The other thing is recognize that like me, back in those days, and I will tell you, it was 1985. I was a little lonely girl in DC. But be that, know that you're on a journey, right? It's not one step and you're going to be where you want to be, but you're going to continue. So I have this plaque on my wall at home. It says, go everywhere, talk to everyone, and eat everything. I don't know about the eat part. I might liken that to maybe meet everyone, talk to everyone, and go everywhere. But have that kind of attitude and know that this is a journey that you're going to be on for a very long time. And so embrace that as steps along the way. I also think that that point about building your network. One of the things I've always advised young women, and I've mentored a lot of young women, and I did a lot of informational interviews, is every time you go and meet someone, ask them for 3 additional people that they can introduce you to. Because that way, every time you go, pretty soon you'll have this 3, then 6, then 9, and you'll have this broad network of people. So make sure that you're ask for that, right? We need to ask for the things we need, ask for the information. I would also encourage you, if you haven't checked Crew Network out, our website, we have an internship website as well as a professional career website. So go to our career center, look at jobs there. We are getting placements every day so use and leverage the resources that are around you and be creative with that. And those are some of the questions too that you want to ask people in interviews. And I think, there was the thing I think about when I think about going out now on this journey, this next step in your life, is being prepared. Now, you've all been through the academic process, but being prepared when you go into an interview, even if it's for information only, whether you're going to a party, you're invited to a session, always be prepared. Do your homework. Look those people up, find out where they are on LinkedIn, ask around, but make sure you do your homework. Whether it's in a job that you're going to, I always say that, like when you're going into a meeting, know what it's about, have the background, but being prepared constantly will serve you well, wherever you go and whatever you do. At the end of the day, one of the things that we say at Crew Network is your network is your net worth. So make sure you build that net worth that you want to have in your career wherever you go. And from here on out, everything you do and everyone you see is an opportunity. So take advantage of those opportunities, ask for what you need, and have the confidence to know that you're going to work hard and build the career you want to build. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. And I'll end on just saying this, and you have everything in you that you need to succeed right now. And I think sometimes we forget that. All you need to do is nurture that and bring it forth in every opportunity you have. So please, please, please go forth and conquer. Be that next generation of women that brings the energy and the passion and intellect to this industry. And we have so much opportunity with this next generation of leaders. So thank you very much. Enjoy your conference today. And You know that we have resources for you at any stage of your career. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Gabrielle. And I will stop there.